All right, so this is a quick tutorial to show how the TV guide works. The first thing is that you will want to make sure the TV guide is live on this toggle. It is, if it is turned off, then the TV guide won't show up on your apps, right? So you want to make sure, if you want to use it, to toggle, to make sure the toggle is turned on. As a second thing, you can have, as you can see, different channels on the same TV guide. If you want to add a new channel, all you need to do is go over here and click add channel. You will select the name of the channel number, or just leave it blank to auto assign. Select the time zone, upload the channel banner and the channel logo, and then you just click save, and then it will create like a new channel. Then you can come over to the schedule and start creating the schedule of that channel. First, you will select which channel you will be managing. You can select the date, and we'll get into date overrides in a second. So the first thing, most of people will start by smart populating. So instead of having to build every single time slot for every single day, you can use a smart populator schedule, and then the system will do it for you, right? So basically you can select which pieces of content do you want to use, or you can select all, right? And in terms of the video, it tells you how long all the videos will run. So in this case, we have 3 hours and 45 minutes, right? So in this case, I'm gonna select all the content that I have uploaded to my channel, right? And then I'll click next. Let's say I'll use them, all of them, as not rated, and then you can change the rating for each individual piece of content here. And then if you also add live feeds, or whether it's a live stream or an audio feed, you will need to select how long each individual piece will be, so that the system can take it into consideration when creating the scheduler, right? So if I do this one, so I'm gonna say this live feed is gonna be live for 90 minutes. This one is gonna be live for 45 minutes, and this one is gonna be live for 30 minutes. So based on this, now I will go and go to the next step. And here you can select the schedule mode. So for example, if you already have something scheduled on the TV guide, if you select this one, it will just fill in the gaps in that schedule. But if you go with replace entire schedule, it will just remove all existing slots and then create a new schedule from scratch. Right here, you can select the time that you will be scheduling. Like for example, in this, if you want to do the whole day, or if you want the programming to start 7 a.m. and end at, I don't know, 10 p.m. So you can do that as well. The play mode, you can do like sequential. Now just keep in mind that if you do sequential, it will only play once. So if you have, like we saw on the last step, you have let's say 4 hours worth of content, it will only play once. And then even if you have like a bigger time frame here, it will only play all the content once. So it will only program for 4 hours. But if you do loop all content, then these 4 hours will loop, so that they can fill all the time frame between the start time and end time that you put, right? So that's loop content. And if you want to do equal time blocks, so all time range is divided equally among all items, right? So each piece of content that you select will get the same slot length regardless of the actual duration of the item. So if you have, if the time range ends up being, and this is automatically selected, if the time range ends up being, I don't know, 30 minutes, and then you have one 15-minute video, that video will play twice, so that it gets the 30-minute slot on this. But for most people will use loopable content, you can insert ads as well. And then if you want to do so, you just need to add the VAS tag in here. And then you can decide, as you can see, if you want to apply it to each particular day, or any specific day, or all, or every day. Now you select next, and then it gives you like the preview, right? And then you can see the summary of the information, the preview of the TV guide, and then if you click generate schedule, it will generate the whole schedule for you, and then you can come over to preview TV guide, and then you will see the schedule generated right here, as with the options that you selected, right? If you remember, we put this one that it would be hour and a half, so it is reserving the hour and a half for this live stream, and so on, right? So let's say that after creating the kind of the standard grid of programming, you have one special program that you want to air at one particular time, but you don't want to redo the whole thing. So in that case, what you can do is use the date override feature right here, and then you will see the current schedule, but you can come into any particular time slot, and then you can edit it. You can define the start, the end time, what content is playing into that time slot. You will be able to change the title, the description, the rating, add the VAS tag if you want to. If the content is shorter than the time slot you're defining here, you can put it as loop, as a looping content, and also upload a graphic. And then once you saved it, it will override whatever was previously. So something important is that if you, for example, override something here to start at 1 a.m. and this time slot originally ended at 1:21 a.m., the previous content will be cut at 1 a.m. and then it will start playing the content that you're overriding, because that's what the feature does, right? And similarly at the end. So if you do override something, you will want to check that that the previous content is also ending at the right time. And if that's not, if it is not like a big issue that it just get cut, you can also leave it as that. So this is the explanation for the TV guide. As always, let us know if you have any questions.